Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to everybody, all you replay peoples. You know, y'all peoples that like watching the replays. Let me put this on. Let me get my stuff together. You know how I am. You know how unprofessional I am. How you doing? How are you doing? You know what I've been doing? You know what me and Mike have been doing? We've been house hunting. We've been house hunting. And along with house hunting, when I say house hunting, I'm talking about like buying. Like we're thinking about buying a house. We just signed a lease. We just signed a lease for another year. So we figure we got another year to to look into buying a house. Or getting one built or whatever, what have you. And if that's the case, we're also looking into sheds and whatnot. So hey, what is up, everybody? How you doing? Sutton Rose, what's up? Riri, how you doing? So fishkeepers, how you doing? So one of the things that we plan on doing, Mike, what's up? One of the things that's a priority is sheds plural, because with the business doing well, right? Fish room and all that stuff. Cam, what's up? We're looking into getting sheds, and I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I'm amazed with how cool these sheds look. Like I wanna live in some of these sheds. You know what I mean? Like some of these sheds I wanna live in. You know, I'll build me a tiny home in some of these sheds. You know what I mean? Funk, I got my. I know, I seen that. You got some discus. Yeah. You going out? You going crazy? Just be the only advice I will give to you with angels and discus is make sure that discus is getting food and your angels are not bullying your discus out of food, because sometimes it takes a while for your discus to get out of being so shy. And as you know, your angels, they ain't shy at all about going for that food. So been watching your old videos on them. Yeah, that's the only thing I would tell you to kind of, like, make sure your discus is getting food, because your angels are bullies. They'll push people out of the way to get to that food. That's the only thing I would recommend. But it's a beautiful mix up. I would also look into the festivum cichlid or the flag cichlid. That's also a fish that you can add with angels and discus. Very, very peaceful fish. Yeah, we want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Ow! Yeah. 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 So, geos, get yourself some geos, throw some geos in there. Oh yeah, you going into a deep dive into Amazonian fish that you ain't gonna be able to get yourself out of. Now you got to get yourself a 125. Now that's what you got to do. You got to get yourself a 125, and you can put all these fish in there. You put them all in there. You get them all in there. It's gonna be you're gonna go into a. It's gonna be terrible for you. It's gonna be terrible for you. You're going to want to collect all the angels. Let me see. Let me get on here. Oh, look at that. How am I recommended on my own channel? Isn't that crazy? That's nutso. Oh, okay. So, anybody bought any new fish? LOL, I'm working with the 56 tall for now. Wait, we got stuff going on. Working with the 56 tall for now, unless you're buying. No hope for me. Not buying. But that leaves me been super busy with the auction. 5-star bid, and I started up. Got sponsored by 3 companies. Awesome. Gonna be some nice giveaways and lots of fish stuff. What's the whole the so I've seen the thing, the whole the auction. I've seen the auction go around, right? So it's the 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's on. I would imagine it's on your channel. So my question is what is it all? So it's sponsored. So what's the whole thing behind it? Is it going to something like? Cause like I know like the wet floor, they have a whatchamacallit, a podcast thingy every week that's also sponsored. And I wonder what. Okay, so you're sponsored. I get it. I guess I don't know. Like, are you giving stuff away? Like, are they gonna get? Are your sponsors? Are they giving you like items to give away? Are you gonna be giving stuff away on your thing? You know what I'm saying? A few companies give us gift cards to give away. Oh, okay, so you're gonna do giveaways. 3 companies, you're gonna be doing giveaways on your thing. Funk, do you really need 20 gallons for breeding angels? My leopoldi are pairing up, and I have our 10 gallons for the 3 breed. Okay, so let me give me a sec here. So let me be 100% honest with you, Ree. Y'all want to know the truth? Here in Florida, you know what they breed even regular size angels out of? They breed them out of 10 gallons. Yes, they do. They breed them out of 10 gallons. I know on YouTube, you'll never see that. You'll never see them breeding out of 10 gallons, but they breed them out of 10 gallons. Leopoldi are a smaller fish. So, you know, it is what it is. You got what you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, look, the wet floor is on right now. Okay, so I guess they're going on multiple times during the week. But, yeah, you breed them out of whatever you have. You know what I'm saying? I will send you a flyer, punk, to share if you would. Well, sending me a flyer, punk. Yeah, email it to me. I'm curious. I'd like to see that. Thanks for answering. But yeah, it's honestly, use what you got. If they're breeding, leopoldi are small. You know what I mean? In Florida, all the breeders out here in Florida breed them out of 10 gallons. They do. They do. They just won't show you that. You see what I'm saying? They just won't show you that. It's just, now if you go on YouTube, they show people do 10 gallons. They do 20 gallons, but they won't show you that. I will say this. A 20 gallon is better because it gives room in case they start getting feisty with each other. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you plan on leaving the breeding cone or the breeding slate in the aquarium. If they start getting saucy with each other, it gives them room to get away from each other. So that's one big benefit of a 20 gallon tall. You know what I mean? So if you can get yourself a 20 gallon tall, I definitely would. But I've seen people use, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I've bred angels in a 10 gallon. I sure did. I did it. I did it. I did it more than once. Ooh, shame on me. Yeah. When I when I was breeding angels, I had so many breeding pairs that they would just pop up on me. I was like, oh, let me put these in these 10 gallons until I could, get some more tanks. And the next thing you know, they had fry, and there they go. There's wigglers. I have 10s, and I currently have 3. yeah. So don't listen. It's your fish. Do the best you can with what you got. I would definitely try and get yourself some 20 gallons. It is easier to maintain your water stability. That's one good thing. And if they start getting saucy with each other, do what works for you. That's why I love you. That's why I love you. You know what I mean? That's why I love me some June. But if you can get yourself a 20 gallon, there's nothing but good things out of a 20 gallon. But I would be lying to you if I said I never did it. Oops, I did it again. I'm not saying I never would. I'm not saying I never would ever again. You know what I'm saying? 6 out of 10 paired. Yeah. I bought 6 angelfish thinking I'm at least gonna get one pair, and they all paired up. I was like, damn. 10 gallons and 20 gallons are so easy to do water changes on, which is much more important than size of a temporary home. Yeah. The only thing is when you have the fry. No, you're 100% right. You can do more of them. It's just when you have the fry, you can't do water changes while they're in the egg stage. So, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's whichever way you want to go. You know what I mean? I don't do water changes while the eggs are in the egg thing. So, okay, so check this out. When I do breed angels, I kind of know when they're about to, you know what I mean? When they're about to do their thing. Love me some flower horns. What's up, Steve? I kind of know when they're about to do their thing. So I did pretty much do a large water change right before I know. I was like, oh, tomorrow they're gonna spawn. So I'll do me a big old water change and know that I'm good for a week, because that's how long they're gonna. The fry stage is gonna be a week or so. I'm good for 2 weeks or whatever. So that's just what I do. I'm lucky enough to have angels that raise. I'm jealous. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm jealous as hell. Cece, I want to fight me some Cece. Out of all the angels, I could probably count on 3 fingers how many angel pairs I've had that raised their own young. Granted, I didn't really give them a whole lot of opportunity to do it. I was a little impatient, but I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Cece. I want to fight me some Cece. I want to fight a Cece. Yeah. If you can get him to raise their young, on 3 fingers, he can count. Yeah. What's up, Whitetail? How you doing? How you doing? It's about to storm out here in Florida. So, like I was saying, me and Mike were out house hunting. We already signed a lease for this place in the Herder house. You know what I mean? The Herder house. Y'all know what I'm talking. Herder house. I do have to take the fry out as soon as they swim. I think it passes down. Unio! What's up, Unio? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Moneyless Maven Shirley. What is up? Weezy! What's up? I'm here. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly, right? If you have a pick could take me for your angelfish between an electric blue acara or a keyhole, which one would you pick? I have a 110. Okay, here we go. This is a great question, Mike. I'm loving your question. And some people in the chat might want to disagree with me. And I love your question. Please, look. Yeah, see, Moneyless Maven is going to say electric blue acara. In my experience, mind you, I'm just one dude. One, okay? I'm a devilishly handsome dude, but I'm just one devilishly handsome dude. I would go with the keyhole, okay? I would go with the keyhole, and let me explain to you why. Yes, Moneyless, Wheezy said it. Keyholes are so sweet. This is why I'm telling you. Over the years, I have witnessed electric blue acaras getting more and more aggressive. Mind you, I am not saying electric blue acaras are an aggressive species of cichlid. I'm not saying that at all, even though they are related to green terrors. But, just saying. But, over the years, I have had more customers come to a store that I worked at, multiple stores, and say, take this thing, it killed everything in my tank. Granted, it's not a lot of people. It's not every day. It's not every week. But the fact that it has happened, and me saying, what? No, never. Ooh, what? Electric blue acara, never that. It's true. It has happened. Whereas when they first came out, I would have said these ain't nothing but these are chunky Tetris, but not no more. What does Moneyless Maven? Moneyless Maven would not say that, and that's because she has a, she says that. But I'm just one dude. You know what I'm saying? I would love a keyhole. They're cool. So if they were, if it were me, I'd keep them rather than buying a different fish. I've got a pair. About 30 juveniles and a 75. Yeah. Now, if you wanted to make money, I would go with the electric blue acaras, because the electric blue acaras, you'd make money at an LFS over the keyhole cichlid, because the keyhole cichlid doesn't have the color and the wow factor for the everyday person off the street coming in for a fish. Keyhole cichlid has a more natural drab color. I got my shell dwellers today. Oh, what you got? Give me species names. Give me species names. So, it don't have kapowie. Yeah, it doesn't have that kapowie look. So if you was trying to make money, the electric blue acara is the way to go. Not that many people know what a keyhole cichlid is, so they're not really looking for it. Neolemprologus multifasciatus, aka the multis. Word. Yeah, you can get like 15 to 20 each on EBJs if they're, yeah. The keyhole cichlid doesn't have the color. Only fish nerds would want to have the keyhole cichlid, to be honest with you. Or if you had a good enough LFS person explaining to the customer how docile the keyhole cichlid is, you might be able to sell that over the electric blue acara, but that's up to the person. That's over. What's up? Los Angeles cichlids, what is up? How you doing? I can get more fish next week. Oh, so your water levels are good? Your water levels are good? I'm happy to hear it. I'm very pleased. I'm very proud of you, Whitetail. I am very proud of you, young man. I really am. I'm proud at what you've learned. You got the Corys? I'm proud of the stuff that you've learned. You're gonna be a better fish keeper for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got any fish plans, AQUA FUNK? Do I have any fish plans? I'm all tapped out. No more fish for me. I say that. But Yeah. I just growing out fish right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm concentrating on growing out fish, concentrating on the business. You just gotta steal some then. So I'm concentrating on the business. I'm trying to keep myself occupied. I'm starting to go a little stir crazy being in the house for so long. So I'm starting to get a little stir crazy. I said no more fish after my Jack Dempsey, then I got Shelly's. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do any of y'all ever go, yeah, but a 10-gallon don't count? Especially people that keep bigger fish. Do you go, yeah, like this little beta setup I have right here? Does that count? You know, like, okay, I'm not getting no more tanks. Yeah, but little 3 gallons, they don't count. So you just get more and more 3 gallons and stuff like that. I do that sometimes. I start overloading. It just don't count because it's a 3 gallon. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It don't count. Little tanks don't count. They're not really, you know what I'm saying? So anything under 20 gallons don't count. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Did you remember to hit like or subscribe? Did you remember? Did you remember the time that you hit? Depending on who you're asking, a puddle under your bed counts. True that. True that. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of perspective. Depending on, yep. Indeed, I did remember. That's because you're the man. You are the man. So, what was I gonna? So yeah, I'm going stir crazy. I'm going bonkers out of my mind. Every night I'm having really crazy dreams. Recently I had a dream that Snoop Dogg was my uncle. Yeah. And he picked me up and bailed me out of jail. I got out of jail. He picked me up and drove me back home. So that happened. And it wasn't like it was like I spent the whole day with Snoop Dogg because he picked me up from jail. He bailed me out and picked me up and took me home and we hung out. AQUA FUNK, what the hell? So I'm taking Grog! What's up, Grog? Ooh, I got Unio and Grog in here at the same time. How did I get so lucky? How did I get so damn lucky? So the pills that I'm taking, I know, man. Where you been at? You been hiding out from me, man. The only person that I'm missing now would be Furry. Aqua Furry. Why was your dream self in jail? So this is the thing, CC. I'm taking pills, right? Because of my advanced age. Okay? Which, by the way, you see that right there? See that dark spot on my face? I'm calling it cancer. I'm calling it cancer. Mida says it's an age spot. She said because I can't wrap my head around the spot that it's age spots, that I'm willing to call it, I'd rather call it cancer. But I think it's cancer. I think it's cancerous. So I got to go to cancerologist and get that looked at. But Mida says it's an age spot. But because of my advanced age, poop chatting. I knew you was. I knew somebody was. Yeah, there's 14 people here. Somebody's definitely poop chatting. Because of my advanced age, I take a lot of pills, right? And some of the side effects, the side effects on one of those pills is dreams, vivid dreams. Now, I've always had very vivid dreams, right? I've had them pretty often, but now I'm having them every night. Every single night, I'm having very vivid dreams. Oh shoot, the skin on your cheeks look like it's mushrooming. I don't even know what that means. I really don't even know what that means. Mushrooming. I didn't even know skin could mushrooming. That sounds like something that somebody would do to another person on some video personally. It sounds rated X to me. It sounds very like an indecent position. Have you ever had a dream that you had? Have you ever had a dream that you had? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no on that one. Yeah, I have. I don't know what that said. Well, in my place, there is something called a skin infection. There is a fungus that damages the skin, and sometimes it itches. Yeah, I don't get it, Whitetail. Listen, man. First of all, let me tell y'all something. I don't. Thank you, Unio. I appreciate you. I appreciate my skin looks fine. My skin looks fine. Hey, y'all see the new glasses? I got them gold rimmed because I no longer have a gold microphone. I got my new spectacles and I got them gold rimmed. I think they look very distinguished. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, I've been having weird dreams. I was talking about stuff. Riri, what you talking about? What's all that about? So, house hunting. Yeah, one of the things. This is what I was going to try to talk about from the beginning. One of the things that is important in the whole house hunting thing is that I get me a shed that I could do a fish shed out of, right? It's something I really want. I've always wanted a dedicated fish shed, something separated where I can do my videos and have my own fish room. Decked out and all that stuff. And I don't want it cram-packed. Y'all know me. I don't want cram-packed fish room. I want every damn tank to be, look good on its own. And I was thinking, I was like, well, what would I do? Would I do just big tanks, or would I just keep the tanks I have and just do them better? You know what I mean? Because I do have a decent amount of tanks to fill up a shed, but would I just do them better? You know what I mean? I even have tanks that I have in storage, smaller tanks. Like I could do a display of smaller tanks. I could do Shelly's in there or something. But I could just do them better. You know what I mean? Anyway, I was thinking I'll do that instead. But every one of those tanks gotta go big. Really? I gotta go big? I'd like to go big. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd like to go big. I think maybe I would probably go on one wall for starters. On one wall, I would go with what I have now. I would do that on one wall. I wouldn't do both walls. I would do just one wall with what I have now and save the other wall for big tanks. I could get best of both worlds. You know what I mean? I just got a skin infection yesterday. It was reddish brown, and I rubbed garlic on it to make it go away. Grog, what the hell? Do something really nice, big tank. I think that would be nice. Yeah, I definitely gonna have at least. I'm definitely gonna have one big tank. J Eminem. Yeah, I remember you. Cause you got the J. That's my name, and then you got Eminem 2 girl. I remember you. How you doing? Where the hell did you come up with rubbing out garlic Do I associate you with grog? No, I don't. But, no, I don't associate you with grog. But you both have you both came into my chats at the same time, but never at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You came into my chats at the same time in the year, but never at the same time, really. And you have very distinct names. That's why. No, he doesn't. He's full of it. What the hell? So, where was I? Oh yeah, rubbing garlic on your skin. Where you come up with that? I've heard of some weird stuff. My cousin used to put toothpaste, Crest toothpaste, on her face when she had pimples. She used to put Crest toothpaste on her face when she had pimples. I don't know. I guess I'm full of it. That's not the first time I heard that, by the way. I'm going to let you know right now. If you thought by saying that I'm full of it was going to hurt me, pfft. Okay, people just now talking. Y'all just talking craziness. I'm going to let you know right now. It ain't the first time I've ever heard that I'm full of it. I do remember Jay. I do remember her. Definitely do remember her. You eating salmon? I love me some salmon. I love salmon. Sazon? Yeah, I am. I love me sazon. And adobo, sprinkle it out of everything like crack. If it tastes bad, put some adobo and sazon on it. It's delicious. It's delicious. You almost choked? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what? Grog, don't be eating snakehead fish, man. That's my favorite fish. And you eating it like it's cool. We over here wanting to have it. Is voodoo glitter? We always look. Us in the States want to have snakeheads in our tanks, and we can't. And you over there eating it and just burping snakeheads breath. You know what I'm saying? And we can't even have them. People going to jail. Where are we at? What is that? If I didn't act mean to you, you'd know I wasn't fine. I wasn't fond of you, or I really hate you. Good luck figuring out which mean I'd love. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. So, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question. And it has to do with snakeheads. Would y'all get a snakehead if you could? Honestly. The little China ones. Cause if somebody was like, yo, psst, hey, come here. I got me some snakeheads. Rainbow snakeheads, yes. I got me some snakeheads. I could sell you one for $100. Whitetail said no. Ooh, says yes. Thank you, Luis. He was so. Give me the good stuff. In India. You drink snake venom? Yeah, no, I ain't doing all that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Luis. The dwarf ones, the Chinas. That's what I'm talking about. Only if it was legal? That's no, I'm not. No, I'm talking about right now with the laws the way it is. You know, that, psst, hey, come here. Come here. Look at my trunk. They open up their trunk and they got little tanks everywhere. Bags, all bagged up. The baggies. You know what I mean? Like, look what I got here. Got me some snake heads. Got me the good stuff, the prime snake head. You ain't never had no snake head like this snake head right here. This snake head right here. You ain't never had no snake head like this. Holy moly cow. You learned 2 new songs today. I think we want them only because we can't have them. No, I truly do think they are a beautiful fish. And from what I've seen on other videos of people that have them, they have a very, you know, they're very interactive with their owners. And that's a personality I really, really like. And the fact that we can't have them, I'm sure has something to do. Jay, you eat poo? Ew, Jay, you a poo-poo eater? Let me ask you something, Jay. If somebody ate peanuts and corn at the same time, would you eat it? Oh, you got the crocodile too? Okay. The fish police? Yeah. Yeah, haters would snitch. That's why when I be filming my thing, my fish room, sometimes when I go around, I go real fast on one spot. Ooh, shoo, real fast, real quick. Shoo. I don't be showing my whole thing. You eat the peanuts and the corn? Ew, Jay, what the hell? There's kids here. First of all, Grog, there's no kids here. Because I distinctly put down this is not for children. That this live stream is not for children. That's what I distinctly put that. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no kids here. You know what I mean? Yes, I did. I did it before every live stream. It said, is this content for kids? I said no. Right there, I put no. It is not for kids. I distinctly put that before everyone. You hit. I'm gonna tell you why you're here. Cause you lied. You lied when you set up your account and you said you was 18 years old. When you said, or you're under your parents' account. That's why you're here. You're using your parents' email. That's why you use your parents' Google account. That's why you're here. You lie, Papa. You lie. I know how old you are. You 31 years old. You 31 years old. And Grog is 71 years old. Yeah, no, you know why? Because I'm a grown-ass man. Whitetail. I don't know what the kiddie stuff do, what they doing these days. You know what's funny though? You say, oh, he don't even know what that is. Like it's some type of a flex. I don't want to know what that is. I don't want to know. I've looked into the minds of the young people today, and I saw a vast, empty void of nothingness. Okay? I saw a whole bunch of nada. So, saying I don't know what's going on in the minds of the young people today gives me a sense of pride. It gives me a sense of pride. Okay? Okay? Bro, that's your own head. Yeah, you're right. In my own head, I see your head and it's empty. I'm able to do that. I'm able to put myself in your shoes and I see nothing. Nothing! I see an empty chalkboard. Listen, I will say this. Whitetail, you might not know a damn thing, but you know the nitrogen cycle. So that you have a leg up over other people. You have a leg up over other people your age. You know what I mean? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But other than that, you smell like Similac. Okay? You smell like Similac. All right? You still drink out of sippy cups. you be looking at your tank with a sippy cup like this. Because it got the two handles on it. Like that. I don't even know what that is, Funk. I know you don't know what that is. I know you don't know what that is. You're going to have to Google it. You're going to have to Google Similac. How do I know? Because I have children. In fact, I got children that could be your parents. I got kids that could be your parents. That's how I know. All right, I'm done talking about back in your day, Funk. Back in my day, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. You want to know? Let's talk. You know what? That's a good subject. That's a good subject. The difference between fish keeping back then and now. Is it better or is it worse? I want to say it's a hell of a lot better. Fish keeping is a hell of a lot better. I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody talks crap about the internet. Everybody talks crap about the internet. I'm going to say the internet helped fish keeping tremendously. Tremendously. We used to sell books at the fish store. There used to be like this little spinny thing, and it would have books on it, right? And we used to sell books. And those books would collect dust. Dust. And they had to rely on the information that the individual fish person was giving. And the individual fish person really didn't know that much either. I mean, there were some people that knew some stuff, but everybody didn't know. I didn't know. I was the reptile manager. They had me bagging fish and giving people information. I was trying to read the book. I was the only person trying to read the book. But I was getting my information from the customers. But then YouTube came out, right? The internet. And now information was freely given to you, and you didn't have to read it. You could watch a video and learn some stuff. So in that aspect, I think people were getting information visually and auditorily that they should have been getting while they was reading, but nobody wants to read. So they was learning through watching other people do stuff. What's up? So yeah, I got to say the internet was a good thing for fish keeping. It was a really good thing for fish keeping. You guys, we have access to so many different things. Overall better based on wealth of information. Yeah, worse because certain people don't want to speak out information that's other. There's tons of info. Pick their method and try it. So The bad thing about the wealth of information is that not all the information is correct. So yeah, there is a wealth of information out there, but not a lot of it is correct. I still think a book is better. Okay, but hear me out, Uriel. If you pick up the wrong book, you might be picking up the book that gives you the wrong information, because since that book was written, they have found out more stuff. For instance, you might be picking up a book that tells you that there's 2 different types of starry night cichlids. Guess what? There's no longer 2 different types of starry night cichlids. Now there's only one. You see what I'm saying? You might be picking up a book that says one thing, but over time, science has realized, no, we was wrong. Now we saying this. You know what I mean? Starry night, pollinine. All right, Grog, take it easy, brother. So who's leaving? Membership, yeah, super stickers. Thank you, fish family. Yeah, you just gotta be careful on the stuff you're reading, because like I said, that's a good thing about science, right? Some of the books are outdated, yes, and nowadays the books are written by people that are sponsored to say certain things. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, definitely. And even on the internet, you know, anybody could write stuff on the internet. I mean, a lot, like if you look on Wikipedia, anybody could put in their own 2 cents on Wikipedia. There's all this AI stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. When the AI stuff first came out, I would ask it questions about fish, and it'd be so wrong. But now, I could ask it a question about fish, and it would have a lot of correct stuff, but it would be missing individual perspective. You know what I mean? Now, as more people keep giving BS information on YouTube, there's a possibility that the AI, without having, you know, perspective, might take that new information and give out crap information. That's one of the things that I have a problem with the word research. Do your research. We do your research. No. Some people do. Some people use Wikipedia as a source of information. Shirley. Okay. There is science, there is opinion, and there is experience. All of them are important, but you still have to decipher what works for you. Yeah. He doesn't get the needs fresh for you. Hey, look, I don't talk children. I don't speak children. So, the word, when people say do your research, I ain't gonna lie to you, that kind of triggers me a little bit. It triggers me a little bit. And let me explain to you why. Because if you ever looked up the word research, the word research is pretty in-depth. To properly do research, you have to say I'm looking up, I'm researching Oscars. I'm gonna research Oscars. Do your research. Okay, I'm gonna do my research. Look up Oscars. Oh, I find this book on Oscars. But when you're doing research, you can't just use one source. You got to use multiple sources and compare them to each other. So you got to look up multiple. Now you have these multiple books, right? Sources. Now you have to look at where those sources got their information from. So now you have to deep dive on whether what you read was correct to begin with. Like, was it Jeff from down the street who wrote this book? You know what I mean? You have to do that. Then you have to look at their how they came to that hypothesis and try and duplicate that to see if that's correct. It's actually pretty in depth on doing research. It's not as simple as watching a YouTube video or 3 YouTube videos and be like, I've done my research. It's not that simple. So when people say do your research, I don't think they really realize what it means. Books are pretty reliable, in my opinion. YouTube videos are really good. I just like books for the more informative, as YouTube videos aren't as long as. Listen, I'm this type of person. I don't think if you find somebody on YouTube and you go, you know what? I feel like what this person is saying, I can understand what this person is saying. And I feel like what this person is saying makes sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subscribe and I'm going to like and I'm going to hit the hype button and I'm going to hit the notification bell so that I can get more information from this person moving forward. You might do that with a couple of people, right? But if you don't feel like going further, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You don't have to. I wouldn't call that doing research by watching my video. You're just trusting me. That's it. You're just trusting me. And then you're going to do what I do. And then in the course of doing what I do, you're going to come up with your own brand. You're going to be like, you know what? That didn't work for me. I know AQUA FUNK did it like this, but, you know, I kind of like it better like this. I like it his way, but with a couple of tweaks. Let me do a little here. Let me do a little there. Da, 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 da. Boom. You got your way of doing things. I think that's better than listening to other people and doing it word for word. You know what I mean? You can do the same with books. But nowadays, you know, nobody wants to read books. Nobody wants to read articles and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a little easier watching somebody on YouTube do it or say it or explain it. It is wrong that I am 80%. I am an 80%. In other words, if 80% of 10% say the method works, then I feel confident. Should say more confidence. Versus 20% that say it don't work. Okay. What trips me out about people who do videos, right, that say do your research, is people who do this. Oscar fish grow an inch a month. Oscar fish are a cichlid from the Amazon in South America. Oscar fish need this pH. Oscar fish need this temperature water. Oscar fish grow up to can grow up to a foot long. Oscar fish need this size aquarium. Oscar fish tank mates need to be this. You can't put these with Oscar fish. You need this. Oscar fish need this. Oscar fish can't have that. Oscar fish this, that. Oscar fish that. Oscar fish that, and Oscar fish that. But do your research. Bro, you over here telling me you know all this stuff, but now you telling me not to listen to you, not to pay attention to you? Like, why? That's what I came here for you to tell me this stuff. And now you're telling me don't listen to shit you said that I gotta go find out from somewhere else. I just find that funny. You know what I'm saying? Now, if at the beginning of the thing you said, listen, At the beginning of the video, somebody was like, look, I've had Oscar fish. This is how I keep them. I keep them in this size tank. You know what I mean? My fish, they get up to, they get up to 10 to 12. I've had them at 12. I don't normally see them that big. I've heard of people having them for 20 years. I've never had a fish up to 20 years. I personally never had it, but I've seen them get that big. You know what I'm saying? I'm still talking to my friend every day. But it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me when people give you all these facts because they just read them. They just read them. All these facts about a particular fish and then go, do your research. It's like, really? So you're giving me all these facts and then you're going to throw in this get out of jail free card because you're like, well, you can't blame me for anything that goes wrong because at the end of the video, I said do your research. So if something goes wrong, you can't blame me. No. You can't blame me. You see what I'm saying? That's the feeling I get when people do that. Tell you all this stuff you need to do and then at the very end be like, well, do your research. I just feel like it's a back door. It's just I don't know. To each their own. My channel is my channel. It's not anybody else's channel. Everybody else's channel is their channel. They do stuff the way they want to do it, and that's fine for them. That's not for me to say. That's not for me to say how they should run their channel. I just know I'm not going to do that. And if I've done it in the past, I apologize. I've learned since then. That's one thing. Another thing about this YouTube thing is that people evolve. I sometimes watch my old channel, my old videos, and I go, I don't think that anymore. Perfect example, betas. I've done videos on what betas need. I've changed my mind. I've changed my opinion on keeping betas a lot since my first beta video. I've changed my opinion a lot because as time went on, I've acquired more data that I've witnessed that has changed my opinion. So my message is different. So my video is different. My information is different. So do I go back and delete all those old videos? They say do your own research so they don't get blamed if something goes wrong with the advice. Uyo, you're exactly right. I believe that 100%. I believe that 100%. That's my personal opinion, but who am I? I'm nobody. I'm a whole bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? Got me on my soapbox. Why y'all got me on my soapbox for? Why you got me on my soapbox? Nigga, I did my research. I came here to watch you. That's my research. I don't like database or anything. I'm just a nobody as well who likes keeping fish. No, there's something to be said about written word. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that written word is not valuable, but I am saying written word in conjunction with experience from someone who you trust goes so far. It goes so far. You know what I mean? Especially when the written word that you're reading is on Pterophyllum scalare. Mercedes, what's up? How you doing? Glad to have you. Pterophyllum scalare, angelfish, wild, in the Amazon River. Oh, I'm getting angelfish from Petco. I'm gonna read this so that I know how to take care of this angelfish from Petco. Not the same. They are not the same. Yeah, this Petco angelfish, its bloodline originated from where this one comes from, but they're not the same. That's why I'm saying, you know, you gotta. So yeah, I'm just saying. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. And most of the fish people buy are nowhere near what is naturally come from natural in the wild. A lot of fish we buy are nowhere near that at all. You know, there's a lot of changes. You know, their tolerances and all that. Sometimes when people say, "Oh, you can't put this fish or that fish because it comes from different places," you know, sometimes I'm like, yeah, but a lot of their, you know, over time, because of their breeding scenarios, they've overlapped. You know, they've overlapped. So because of the way they've been bred in captivity, you know, that's really null and void. You know, if that was the case, that means, oh, we can't put Amazon, we can't put Java fern with Amazon fish from the Amazon, because you know what I mean? Because if the Java fern, I believe, is from Africa. You know what I mean? I believe it's from Africa. I'm not a plant guy. I just believe it's from Africa. And you know, Amazon fish. The pH 4.5 disaster. Thank you very much. So you know, or you wouldn't be able to. Oh, I can't put that driftwood with that fish because that driftwood comes from a different part of the world than that fish. We're not gonna do that. That's just silly. You know what I mean? So why are we going to do it with the fish? But if it does what it needs to do for the pH buffering, then it's all good, you know? That's all good. That's what I say, Dojo. That's what I mean, Dojo. I don't know. That's just how I feel about things. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Am I full of crap? Am I just talking out my... Let me know. Listen, I want y'all to know one thing. Yeah, I'm loud. I'm abrasive. I'm combative. I'm argumentative. But if and this is kind of what I think Elite Menagerie, Habitat, The Power of Grayskull, and the Book of Narnia was talking about. Nah, you're funny. If you see someone putting out false information and you are just burning up inside, you're like, that's not right. He's saying stuff and he shouldn't be saying that because it's not right. That's so bad. And everybody's listening to him, and they're gonna do that, and they're gonna be sorry. You shouldn't say that. I want to say something, but everybody's gonna call me a troublemaker. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to rock the boat. That is a problem. That's a problem that this genre has. You know what I mean? This community is a problem. So we have to come up with ways to be like, in my experience, I found that you're full of shit. Not that, you know what I mean? Not that. But in my experience, I've found that, you know, electric blue cars over the years have been becoming more and more aggressive. Nobody can dispute your experience. In my experience, I found that fish have done better when you have matched them up with fish from their same natural environment. Nobody can dispute your experience. You know what I'm saying? They could be like, well, you can do it. And it's been done. Yes, people do it all the time. But I've noticed in my experience, they do much better. That way there's no drama. There's no drama. You know what I mean? That's just one way. Because I've witnessed, but you're honest, and that should matter more than anything else. Where do you live? Where do you live? This is America. Honesty is null and void. You silly. You silly. You silly. It should be, but it don't. It don't. Ditto. No, listen. It could be as simple as saying, in my experience, I've noticed this. In my experience, I noticed that. Listen, y'all know how I feel about Wheezy. A neat menagerie of habitats in the Book of Narnia and the Casa's Gray Spoon and the thunder, the lion-o and all that. What's white? The nitrites are at like 20-ish right now, and I'm dinging a water change tomorrow. How high should I let it get before I do a water change? Wait. The what? Oh, the nitrate? Okay, so check this out. When it comes to nitrate, you're gonna have a lot of people tell you different colors. Cause I'm dyslexic, right? So, happy birthday! Thank you, Uyo. You're the only one. Listen, I've been live for an hour and 7 minutes. Oh no! Adele told me happy birthday first. Adele, mwah. I love you. I love you, beautiful. I love you. Uyo, you don't get no props because Adele said it first. I was about to tell you thank you, but Adele said it first. Mwah. So, no, you dang, you a dirty liar. 500 cigarettes. Okay, so screenshot. So I go by colors because I'm dyslexic, so I can't remember the numbers. Honestly, I'm happy at orange. Some people be like, oh, you gotta have your nitrates at 0. It's very rare my nitrates are ever at 0. You know what I mean? I've seen people with they get a little bit of nitrate and they go ballistic, and I'm like, nitrate is a keep it handled problem. You know, you got to keep it at bay. I've had my nitrates super high. It was red. It was cherry red. Fish never skipped the beat. I would try and keep it at orange. That's not called dyslexic fun. I don't even look at numbers anymore. Dyslexic is when numbers change from, they spin around. I'm dyslexic with numbers and letters. Hey, put in the chat what color is too red for your nitrates. Or if you know the number, put the number. I just know the colors. It goes from yellow to orange to red. And after that, there's like 3 reds. They all look the same to me, to be honest with you. They all look the same to me. You know what I mean? But put in the chat, what's too high for you? What's too high for you? You know? I've gotten fish while it was red. I'm be honest with you. He just goes by colors. That's called racist. Good one. That's a good one. I'm telling you, that's a good one. Put in chat. What do you think is too high for nitrates? I don't think anybody's ever done a video on what is too high for nitrates because it's subjective. Everybody has a different opinion on that. What do you think is too high for nitrates? How do you say that name? A butter better. 500 cigarettes. What the hell does 500 cigarettes mean? I don't measure anything. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, after a certain amount of time, there are different types of dyslexia. Yeah. Hey, Joy, I've been fighting with this youngster, this young thundercat, this whippersnapper, all day. .0. That's too high for you? Okay. I guess it's... Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, exactly right. You're exactly right. But what's too high? I still want to know what 500 cigarettes mean. And I swear to God, if you say whitetail, if you go, he don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to ban you for 500 seconds. I just do a water... Oh, wait. What did I say? With your head. Uyo, that's a good thing. It's funny, Uyo. Oh, wifey's in the kitchen lurking. Do large water change once a week. I've only topped up the last 3 weeks. LOL, my fish are fine. So, honestly, whitetail, get yourself some fish, man. Get yourself some fish, brother. Experiment a little bit. You know what I mean? As long as your ammonia and your nitrates are down, experiment with your nitrate. I would not let nitrates. I would try to do as best you can to keep it as low as possible. Keep experimenting with what you can do to keep your nitrates low. Get yourself some pothos. You know what I mean? If you want to do a planted tank, throw some plants in there. Experiment. Try and get your nitrates as low as possible, but don't go crazy. I've been listening. I keep mine at 20 or urine yellow. There you go. Urine yellow. You know what I mean? And the way she figures that out is she pees on a piece of paper and she takes a test tube and she measures it against the paper that she just peed on. That's how you do that one. You know what I mean? She nasty. You know, Cam, that's how Cam do. But where she comes from, that's normal. She just didn't know what to do with the pee-pee paper until she started keeping fish. Before, she just had pee-pee paper. She is... Yeah. 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 She was like, "Oh, now I know what to do with my pee-pee paper. I can test my nitrates." I was wondering what to do with this. Got a whole stack of pee-pee paper. Every time you write a letter, they just send it back. Got a whole return to senders because you sending letters, Christmas letters and pee-pee paper. Cam, you know I kid you because I love you, Cam. I love you. What do I think the nitrate in the ocean is? I have no clue. Never thought to test it. You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question. For those of you who live by a body of water, a fresh body of water, who keep freshwater tanks, test that. Test the water and see what it is. Just out of curiosity, just for ish and giggles. And be like, these fish live here just fine. Let's see what they're living at. How are my ladies? I just told them, what was it, today or yesterday, that I wanted to line them up and just punch them in the nose, like, bang, bang, bang. Oh, they're doing great. They're doing great. They're doing great. In most of my tanks, my nitrates easily get to 40. Funk, aren't you in Florida? That's like as close as it gets in the U.S. I'm going to bed. Take care. All right, Uyo, take it easy. I appreciate the birthday wishes. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Yeah, I'm curious. Y'all should do that. Just for fun. Just see what the water is like at your nearest water source where fish are living healthy. Like, don't go to a ditch, a drainage ditch where you know the water is crap and fish can't live in it. Somewhere where fish are living healthy. And healthy-ish. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, like, you'd be like, yo, the fish are alive, they're dying of old age, but I'm still not going to eat it. You know what I mean? But they're living healthy. And test it. See what it is. See what it is. Give you perspective. I think it'll give you perspective. You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's what I think. I don't know. Mercedes, you got fish? Do you have fish, Mercedes? Or did you just accidentally show up here? You're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? He's crazy. I'm gonna sit here and watch this guy and see how crazy is he. Do I get deja vu? Do I get deja vu? What kind of fish you got, Mercedes? What's your favorite fish? What kind of fish do you have? You're new to the hobby. You came to the right ding-dong place. I'm new to the hobby, too. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm making all this up as I go. I'm a liar. No, you came to this is we're happy to have you. He doesn't get the niche reference again. Whitetail. Let me tell you something, young whippersnapper. I do not live for your chocolate gouramis. Word? Okay. So you like all labyrinth fish or is it all gouramis? You know? A lot of the people in this chat, that's their, they're into fish of that nature. You said you listened to Olivia Rodrigo. So let me make myself clear. I don't listen to Olivia Rodrigo. I said I like Olivia Rodrigo. That means if it comes on the radio, I'm not switching the radio. I do not have Olivia Rodrigo on my playlist. There's a difference. You see what I'm talking about? There's a difference. What size aquarium do you have? Oh, Cece, you back. I'm glad to have you again. You like the shapes? My personal favorite gourami is the pearl scale gourami. I remember when monster fish were a thing and everybody was getting those giant gouramis. By far the ugliest fish, well, one of the ugliest fish, opaline gouramis, 22 bookshelf long. Oh, do you? That's a tank I've never had before. I've never had a bookshelf. Never had one. Is it planted? Sparkling gouramis. So I'd be like this. Oh yeah, look at that. Its eyes are blue. That's how I look at sparkling gouramis, like this. I look at them the same way I look at pea puffers. Is a betta fish? Yeah. Big blue. Big blue eyes. But yeah, I think giant gouramis is one of the ugliest Frankenstein-looking fish on the face of the earth. There's a lot of ugly fish, but giant gouramis definitely. No, I didn't get it. You know why? Because I'm a grown man. Okay, I don't talk child. That's why I didn't get it. Java fern, bow, and some floaters. You can't just say floaters in this chat. I'm gonna let you know right now. There's a whole lot of immature people in this chat. Me being the main one. And if you just tell me you have floaters in your tank, I'm gonna let you know right now. My mind is envisioning floaters in your tank. Just saying. That's what type of chat this is. A whole bunch of just childish individuals. Now I see a gourami, a chocolate gourami with a chocolate bar. I'm just saying. Frog bit. Thank you. That's better. Now I get, okay, frog bit. Okay, because now I'm thinking of a chocolate gourami and like a half melted Snickers bar just floating in the tank. I'm childish. You can't say certain stuff around me. You know what I mean? You just can't. Pearl gouramis is my favorite. The new glow. Those glow gouramis, at first, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, they messed up my favorite gourami. But when I saw them in my aquashella, I was like, you know how I feel about the glow. I could see their appeal. I will never have them, but I could see their appeal. I definitely could see their appeal. Definitely could see the... What's wrong with that, Funk? A floater? What's wrong with a floater in your tank? Hey, to each their own. I worry about your levels. Like as of right now, your ammonia may be at 0, but you go ahead and put a floater in your tank. Just saying, you might have some problems later on. So, exactly, CC. Exactly. And depending on what you ate, it might be a big source of ammonia. Might have some peanuts in it. I don't know. Why y'all guys got me talking about this? Who said it? Oh yeah, it was Mercedes got me talking about. Oof. Yeah, Mercedes got me talking about this. See, Mercedes, you can't. It's so easy to get me off track. It's so easy. So, Mercedes, are you planning on getting another tank? Because we encourage. This chat right here. This is an enabling chat. This is an enabling chat. Like if you're trying to like not do stuff, like oh maybe I shouldn't get. If you're trying to like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get another fish. Let me come here and maybe they might talk some sense into me. No, not here. In fact, we just had a discussion on how anything less than, what was it, a 20 or a 29? Certain tanks like don't count. Like I said, I'm not getting any more new tanks. And they was like, well, you know, anything less than a nin doesn't really count. So you can get small tanks and don't want to count. I like colors if it fits within like 60-gallon cube. Lots of colors. I don't dislike glowfish. Okay, no, I get you. 20. So, what's your next tank? What's the next thing going in the house? What's the next setup? Huh? You getting 125? What we getting? 125 with with monster fish. You getting a giant gourami? Huh? You get a 280 with a giant gourami? What we getting? Yep, addicts. Just fiends up in here. You got that fish. You got that fish. There's addicts in here. Amen. You got that fish. Yeah. Yeah, and I want to see that tank. Even if it's a 300. No, yes. What do you mean? Nah, yes. We want to see. Listen. Everybody, look, you get some. What else can she get? What else goes good with chocolate gouramis? Let's give her. You should get a. You should listen. We can give you some ideas on what goes with the chocolate. She said, listen in the chat. We got someone new fish keeping. She got herself a 20 long, right? A lot of work. See, this is the beautiful thing. This is why the universe brought you to this channel. Because we believe here it's not a lot of work. It's not a lot of work. I think a lot of people overthink it and they make it a lot of work. I think if you do like what do you have for filtration? Put it that way. Bigger rasboras, bigger shrimp. Yeah, we're giving you some things you can put in there. What do you have for filtration? What are you using for filtration? Are you using a hang on the back filter? Are you using a sponge filter? What we working with? Do you have plants in the aquarium? What we working with here? Because nobody here, the only person here that I think does a lot of work on their aquariums, no lie, 500 cigarettes. I don't know what the heck you are talking about. I'm currently injured. Oh, are you? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, that's fine. So we can do this. Well, this is what we can do, Mercedes. This is what we can work with what you got. We can work with what you got. Have you ever heard of a channel called Lush and Salty? His name is Stefan. A sponge and a submersible. Okay. The sponge alone will allow you to do so much. Because okay, so do I have a moderator in the chat? Joy, are you a moderator? Yeah, Joy, you're a moderator. Can you get Lush and Salty's thing? Hold on, wait. So I think you would benefit from watching Lush and Salty. His name is Stefan, not Stefan, not Steven, Stefan. And I think you would really like his channel. Let him know AQUA FUNK sent you. If you do watch his channel, let him know AQUA FUNK sent you. But do you have any other fish in your aquarium other than your chocolate gourami? Yeah. Do you have any other fish in your aquarium other than a chocolate gourami? Cam, say hello real fast, please. Cam, you still in the chat? Hey, hold up, wait. Yeah, Cam is a moderator. And Elite Menagerie is a moderator. My bad. I just didn't see y'all. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, where's my moderators? Okay. Yeah, y'all are moderators. Above Steven. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay. So, yeah, there it is. So you should go to that channel. Okay, that's cool. Now, I was just wondering because I was like, I don't have any moderators. I can't see moderators on this, but I can see moderators over here. And the only one I saw right now was they took away mod blue names. Ah. So what I was saying is we'll do sparkling gouramis. So you have chocolate gouramis, sparkling gouramis. Is that all you have in the aquarium? Is chocolate gouramis and sparkling gouramis? In a 22 long bookshelf? Oh, homegirl, we could get you some stuff. We could get you some stuff. We got all kinds of people that are enablers up in here. Get you some coolie loaches up in there. All right, so this is what we're gonna give Mercedes some ideas. We're not going bigger than the 22. We're not going bigger. 22 is as big as it gets. And right now we got a sparkling gourami, and I imagine we got some maybe more than one or two sparkling gouramis. Let's get some ideas of it. She's got Java fern. She's got floating frog bit. That's very important. Frog bit that floats. And what else she said? She said she had something else. Val, jungle Val. So what else we looking at? Right off the bat. Mid-bottom catfish. You still don't get the joke? I'm not telling you the joke. You laughing at me because I don't get your little kitty jokes? Well, ha ha on you. Saying that's so odd. Everyone's name is white. Da 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 da. Cory cats. You can put some Corys in there. Cigarettes. What is up with the cigarettes? Why we kept talking about cigarettes all the time? What is the deal with the squares? I don't. You know what? I don't know. Please excuse all the cigarettes in here. This channel does not condone smoking of the cigarette. I don't know, Mercedes. I don't know. Maybe because my phone is super old. I don't know. Do I want a Newport? Gum. So, Cory cats, they're a bottom thing. Coolie loaches, they're bottom. The only problem with coolie loaches is they kind of hide a lot. Cory cats, yeah. Cory cats is more out in the open. Are you bedridden? Let me ask you that. Not to be all up in your business, but are you bedridden? Like, do you see your tank from far away? Because that can also change. Because we might want to get you some fish that are bright, that kind of pop from far away. You know what I mean? You know? Because you gotta, if you have a bookshelf, a wheelchair. Okay. Fun. I missed the spirit stick. Maybe should do it to Mercedes. Why would I want to do that? Oh. No, hey, look, a little bit at a time. We got to do a little bit at a time. We can't just give her full funk all at one time. She's new here. We don't want to load her with too much funk at one time. We can't overload the funk. She'll run away screaming in fear. How tall is it? How tall is a 22 long bookshelf? How tall is a 22 long bookshelf? Can't be that long. What do you think, Wheezy? What do you think? Spirit fingers? No, so Okay, here it is, Mercedes. This is the thing. 35 inches. Here's the thing. So, just so that you know, there's something special about me that you won't find at other fish channels. Okay? I am 0.9999999% psychic. So I'm, pretty legit. All right? And occasionally, the spirits, they talk to me because my family are very spiritual, and they talk to the spirits throughout the generations, and now it's been inherited on me, and sometimes their spiritual juices come on my head, all over my body, and they have stuff to say. That's all. But right now, baby steps. Baby steps. 12, yeah. Okay, let's hear the joke. Just don't ask about the chicken in the backyard. So come on, let's get some ideas. Like some ideas. We got some Cory cats. We got coolie loaches. Hey, how about some banjo cats? They might get too big, right? What y'all think about big old monster banjo cats? Chihuahuas yet? Oh, what about long fin albino bristlenose plecos or odos? Yeah, odos. Odos is good. Is a 20 long bookshelf different than a regular? Yeah, it's really long. It's really long. It runs in your genes. Hold on, I didn't catch that. Hold on, wait. Wait. What's the first part of that? Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. Me. Yeah. It's very long. It's long. It's like it's slimmer too, isn't it? So, odos, yeah. Odos would be good. Long fin bristle nose would be good. Slim Shady. There's so many things. I'd even do like cardinals. I would do cardinals. Narrow, long, usually rimless, but it's great for schooling fish or anything that cares less about light. Yeah, and cardinals are actually a dark water fish. Yeah. You can't put a bird in a fish tank. I'm going to make you a moderator so you could time yourself out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you a moderator just so you could time yourself out. Rice fish. Black neons. Yep. You have light on your aquarium? Do you have lights? Is it all lit up? Hey, I got another question for you. How long has this tank been established? No, I was only kidding. I was only kidding. I would have given it to you just to time yourself out, and then I would take it away. April? 4 months? 22 long? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you good. You good. Do you test your water? Duh. Hey, listen. Oh, you just moved. Cam, I just want to know. Look, I know what you got going on. I know what everybody here got going on. She's new. I don't know what she got going on. I need to know. That way I could be like, oh, I know what's up. Colors are good. I would get cardinals. I would get cardinals and Cory cats. That's what I would do if I was you. And then I get a bigger tank. And then I would get somebody else to clean it. That's what I would do. I would get somebody else to clean it. That's even better. That's how you know you ballin'. Yeah, hey, we heard you say it the first time. We heard you say it the first time and we paid it no mind. I know her tank sounds good. You know I like gouramis. I know you like gouramis. Why don't you get yourself some gouramis? Because you know you got credit. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about fish that you like because you got credit that you don't want to use. So you can kiss it. Kiss my left cheek and make my right one jealous. That's what you can do. You got credit. All right? I don't want to hear no, I'm the fish inquirer. Yeah. So I don't want to hear nothing from you, Cam. Nothing. Nothing! I'm starting to get hot. Riri, I forgot you was here. Oh, did you? See, nobody tells me nothing. Nobody tells me crap. That's fine. I don't care. Nobody tells me nothing anymore. Now my feelings is hurt. Oh, okay. I've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Why am I yelling? Why are you asking me questions? Huh? Why are you asking me questions all the time? Weekly Zoom meeting? Yeah, I've been asking for suggestions. Ain't nobody been talking. Now close to the end of the chat, all of a sudden you want to make suggestions. Please. Hillstream loaches, no rims, and the escape easy. No rim and the... How do I... Avoid snails, autos, and Hillstream loaches. No rim, and they escape easy. Okay, so... See? No autos. So... You can kiss it. You can kiss it, Cam. Weezy said no autos, so you can just kiss it. Babe, I'm yelling because I'm yelling because Cam made me mad. Cam made me mad. That's what she did. Anywho, I didn't even think of that. I know. Because I forgot how she did it. Cam, how you made me mad again? I don't know how she did, but she did. I'm gonna fight Cam is what's gonna happen. Wait till I see you, Cam. I'm gonna give you a 2-piece. And I'm gonna give Weezy the people's elbow. I'm gonna give Cam a 2-piece, and Weezy, I'm gonna give her the people's elbow. That's what I'm gonna do. Equal rights. equal rights. A right for you and a right for you. All right, look, I'm out. For real. It's getting hot in here. Sweating. No, you not. No, you not. I don't play around like that. By the way, what'd you say, Mel? I didn't even know you was in here still, Mel. And Riri's over there hiding in the back. A headlock? I'll give you a noogie. Give you a noogie. All right, listen. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'll catch y'all in the next one, whenever that may be. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Ain't no telling. Y'all know me. Later.